So today we're going to talk about the relationship between Epstein Barr virus and fatigue. 90% of the population of Earth has Epstein Barr virus. It's called the kissing virus. It can create a lot of problems. I had it when I was in high school. It was very severe because it swelled up my throat. I couldn't even breathe. It was terrible. It was fatigue, I had fever, swollen glands, achy, severe sore throat. Okay. Sometimes it takes 3 to 4 weeks to recover. But what happens is it goes into a dormant phase. And what's interesting is it has a unique strategy of inactivating our own immune system from killing it, from trying to kill it. Basically, that's why it survives, and it can be reactivated later in life. It's called a latent infection. The Epstein Barr virus is involved in a lot of health problems linked to Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune, MS, which is another autoimmune, and even cancer, Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and chronic fatigue syndrome, and fibromyalgia, and just weird chronic symptoms that people can't seem to figure out. I think what happens is several things. Number one, you're going along in life and then you go through a huge stress. Let's say you're also getting older. Let's say you have a nutritional deficiency. And then this virus gets reactivated, not as a full-blown infection, but maybe as the fatigue portion, okay? Or maybe you start getting achy, you don't really know why, okay? It's the stress that activated. Stress seems to lower the immune system and allow the virus to come out of remission. This virus is not really alive. It can only live off our energy from our cells. But if you keep healthy, it can't do that. So what can you do besides moving to a desert island by yourself and eliminating all the stress? There's a great remedy that I'm going to recommend you do research. I'll put a link down below. It's called humic and fulvic acid. This is a compound that is from the earth. It's used in plants, and it has some really interesting antiviral properties. It's a chelator that pulls out heavy metals, and it seems to neutralize certain other chemicals like pesticides and herbicides, and even glyphosate. Now, what happens with glyphosate, which is that GMO herbicide, is it throws off our microbiome, our gut flora, not to mention the soil's flora. And guess where our immune system is located? A lot of it's in the gut. So my theory is that with the combination of the glyphosate and this virus together, I think this can activate this thing right here and potentially increase your risk for getting this, because if you look at some of the research on glyphosate, it can increase the risk of getting this by itself. So I don't know, it's just a theory I have. I don't know if it's true. So if you have any one of these symptoms, and let's say you're tired and there's no physical reason to be tired, start taking this and it could potentially help you. And in addition to that, really start focusing on your stress level and your flora. And lastly, make sure you do organic foods, non-GMO. All right, thanks for watching. So if you want more knowledge on how to create a healthy body, subscribe now and get daily notifications. Daily notifications, that sounds weird. Well, I'll just remind you on a daily basis. How about that?